Hello friends, welcome back to SimGolf. At the end of the last episode we were challenged by Junkyard Pro, and well, it would just be rude to keep him waiting, wouldn't it? So let's get right into that. He's accurate, but I don't think he's particularly good, to be honest with you. He's certainly proven in the tournaments we've had that, you know, there's a lot to be desired skill-wise. Nice little tee shot to 6 feet. Can't complain about that. So what are we going to try to achieve in this episode? We'd like to get more money, obviously. Yeah, that's Junkyard Pro in the water. That's sensible. So yeah, we'd like to get more money. Kind of goes without saying. We'd like to see Marcus upgrade to a prestigious silver membership. That will give us something around here. Oh, if we make this... Yeah, I think we put it there. 43,000. That's no longer an island green. Quite. But, you know, it's not far off of it. I'm okay with that. So right now, we have 430,000 exactly. I think by the end of this episode, we'd like to see that go up towards 700,000, maybe 800. It's a lot of money to try and garner in one episode, but I think we can manage. And I think with that money, we will be having a look at the world map and seeing what's available to move to. Because it's all well and good having a small course, but the big money, really, the big money starts appearing once you get past 9 holes. Obviously when you get up to 18 holes, if you can make the 18 holes great, you're on for some really good tournament money. Until then, we'll just try and get a good half a dozen holes. We'll probably aim for 9, actually. And a little 9-hole golf course in our next stopping point. Let's have a little look. We've got 110 acres for 150,000 in Las Vegas. That's not bad at all. Actually, I prefer coastal property, so Florida, 110 acres for 250,000. I'd probably... The fun rating in Las Vegas is always higher than other courses. We've also got Northeast, 140 acres for 300,000. We've got Hawaii, 130 for 400,000. Okay. So there are a lot of options for where we could potentially go. I reckon at the moment I would probably be pushed towards either... Oh, I don't know. Florida, Las Vegas, Carolina. They're the three that are kind of jumping out at me. Carolina's a lot of land for not much money. Florida's island tropical, which is, you know, pretty much what we're on now. And Las Vegas has a really high fun rating for your course, so... Junkyard Pro with a birdie. Keeping me on my toes here. So I think by the time this video is up, it should be up probably after the final round of our PGA Tour Golf 3 series. And yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was bringing back really good memories of that game. As does this, to be fair. We did win our tournament on PGA Tour 3, so Although admittedly on one of the easier courses in the game in Sawgrass, I think. Next up, I've only had one bit of feedback telling me what course I should play next. But they've suggested Avenel. TPC, it's now TPC Potomac at Avenel Farm, I believe. And it's a toughie. It's a tough course. The greens are tiny, the holes are long. Generally speaking, it'll be a lot more of a challenge than Sawgrass was. But I would say the people have spoken, but the one person who's gotten back to me has gotten back to me and has spoken, and I enjoy Avenel. It's a challenge. I think a challenge could be quite nice in that series. So that will be the next step for PGA Tour Golf. Yeah. About to say, what are you doing, Junkyard Pro? Yeah, never mind, nice landmark, he says. I'm glad you noticed it. You hit through it that time. Guys, I don't think this is going to be a challenge. Where are you now? Almost in the water again. What? What bloody direction are you hitting that shot? If this goes near the water, I'll be bailing. Like water, presumably. That'll do. Sets you up nicely for an eagle. I think next up we'll try North Carolina. It's rolling ground, so you know, there's a little extra work in getting the course how you like it, but I'm sorry, how is that not in the water? Turned out it was in the water. Everything's okay. That's just a 10 for Junkyard Pro there. I'll claim that 4,000 simoleons. Right hand side of the fairway for this one, please. We're learning. Our time on the course on PGA Tour Golf 3 has. Oh, that's. Oh, I did wonder if that was just going to catch the rough there at the end. I think we're okay. Yeah, even Junkyard Pro is hitting the fairway on this one. How's our evaluation looking? 93. I don't know if I want to do another tournament on this course, to be honest. Barry's Red Cola. So at time of recording, 4 o'clock on Saturday, 15th of August if you're interested. I'm preparing for a new, well, I'm preparing for a Jackbox stream, but with a little addition to it that I'm keeping under wraps for the guys and girls. I think they're going to enjoy it a lot, to be honest. I don't know if we can convince Mark to peel himself away from the snooker, mind you. I don't know if any of you guys are snooker fans, but the Anthony McGill, Kyron Wilson match last night was absolutely ridiculous. Rather, the final frame was absolutely ridiculous. Lasted marginally over an hour. there were, I think it was, final total was 186 points scored, which when you consider the total of all the balls to pot, maximum wise in a snooker frame is 147. You kind of get the impression that something's clearly gone wrong there. But Wilson had the frame won. It was the final frame of the match. 16 frames all at that stage. Wilson had it completely won, sewn up after a tremendous snooker. McGill took, I think, 8 shots and still hadn't escaped it. So Wilson got 35 points, I think it was, from that. Then immediately on his next shot, goes in off. And suddenly, McGill's right back in it. Gets a couple of pots after a very lengthy safety battle. Gets a couple of pots, leaves himself a nice easy yellow. Just needs to clear up, and he's snatched victory from the jaws of defeat. And snookers himself on the green. Then, a good 5-10 minutes later, Wilson flukes it. And he looks like he's going to cry. And I think, to be fair, he did cry. He certainly cried afterwards. But, yeah, it was easily the most insane frame of snooker I've ever watched. And I'm including stuff like the Black Ball final in '85 and stuff like that. So, yeah, just absolute madness. I don't know if you guys would be interested in a snooker series. I have a few old snooker games I could easily dredge out of the collection. Currently looking at my gaming shelf, and we've got some good PS2 classics there. World Championship Snooker 2005, 2007. I reckon we could get a little game of those going. I'd be interested to see if that worked on the channel. It's kind of a long form entertainment, and to be honest, I don't know how entertaining it would necessarily be, but I'd be up for it if I had the viewer levels. Currently at 531,000. How much was North Carolina again? Let's have a look. It wasn't Carolina, it was Northeast US. 300,000. Leaves us 231,000. Let's do it. We could have had 500,000 worth of Irish land, but okay. This looks very nice, actually. It's a fair size. It's not massive, but it'll do. Let's not waste time. Let's get ourselves a couple of holes. We will start with this. The game wants this to be a par 5. I wonder if we can convince it otherwise. There we are, 429 yards, par 4. Long par 4, dog leg left. Downhill. I don't know if we'll keep it downhill. We'll see how these guys handle it. Relatively well, to be honest. We do need to quietly fix the green, because otherwise it is just going to roll totally out of bounds there. If you hit the back of the green, you're going in the water. There's rule number 1. I think the guys are, generally speaking, managing to keep this near the fairway. Let's bring that down to 1 as well. I think that'll give them a chance. Okay. We'll leave it like that for now. I don't know how it's going to play for us. Obviously we have stats that the other guys necessarily don't. We'll get a quiet bit of fairway going on there. Probably want to bring it up to the same level as this side. There we go. It's a nice flat hole with a very elevated end of 2006. Okay, that looks absolutely garbage. Let's go for it. Scenic 145 yard par 3. It's the best course they've ever played, apparently. Yeah, I'm really interested to see how it plays for us. Probably find it's very difficult for us to navigate. Let's get a par 5 on the go. Get a dog leg right. And we're going to have... It's a nice short par 5, actually. Gonna have a nice bunker at the back. A little pot bunker at the front. Short 456 yard downhill par 5 with the dog leg to the right. That's what we need. We shall get some staff on the go. Will we? I think what we're actually going to do is I'm going to pause it for now because I don't want people getting tired as they go round. And I'm going to build some extra holes. We're going to have a nice short par 4 here, or a 5,622 yard par 6, if you will. And we'll get rid of that bit. So there you go. There's a choice for you. Do you want to go long? Or do you want to go short? We'll leave it deep rough in the far side here. I think what we'll do is we'll get rid of these trees because they could. We'll go one more there. So do you want to risk it? Or do you want a nice wide fairway and a fairly easy approach shot? We're gonna nice landing strip here, and then want this one quite long as well. 487 yard uphill par 5, and we're gonna also have a 6th hole, which is gonna be a long par 3 with a pot bunker. a long downhill par 3 apparently. Just need to check our greens are relatively flat. Yes. That one definitely is. It's on the level. This one is not. You kind of need your greens to be flat. That's a very crucial... Well, I say your greens. You want the actual square the hole is on to be flat for sure. Anything else you can kind of get away with. Let's just keep going. Let's add a couple more holes. Why not? Yeah, we'll have the hole there. Me. Little dog leg right, 428 yard, par 4. We may now build a driving range. Actually, I didn't really keep any space for the driving range here, did I? Oh, I can get it here, I suppose. Okay. We'll have... just a fairly short par 3. And we're gonna have it surrounded with trees. It's gonna be a little bit of a feature hole. The trees are expensive. But I feel like they're worth it. I think we'll also have... we'll have a little bit of a stream. A little bit of a stream running around this one. There you go. Okay. And we'll try and make this one difficult since it's hole 9. So we're gonna have a very, very tight fairway. And water surrounding the hole with an out of bounds at the back. And that's hole 9. Okay. So now we can get decent staff who will actually be able to run the course significantly better. No, definitely not groundskeeper. Get rid of you. Half a dozen technicians. Want at least 5 refreshers. Probably take another couple of marshals as well. Okay, let's set these guys out. Chi-Chi Celebrity, definitely want him / her for the first. We want a marshal after the second, because it's par 3 followed by par 5. Let's get technicians on the go. We'll get... you can do hole 8 and first tee. You can do hole 9 and first fairway. You can do quite a lot. You can do the first, second and third tees. You can come up here and get the green and fourth tee. You can get pretty much the entirety of the fourth. You can get the entirety of this hole. And we probably want one more. There we are, that's not bad. I think this is covered, roughly. We'll find out. We want our soda vendors, just refreshers rather, just kind of placed strategically every couple of holes. We do need benches as well. And one in between the 8th and 9th. Okay. Couple of marshals again. Just a short hole followed by a long one there. So you can get in. And in here as well. We need to make it quite clear that he's there for the 8th to 9th transition and not have him chasing players at the first tee. That'll cause a bit of a choke point here. That's fine. We could probably live with that. Now some benches. Already some there, which is good. Some there. There are a couple here already. Add a couple extra. Woodland walk with some benches. Do the same there. We have quietly run out of cash. First 9-hole course. Good. And we have all of the world's staff pouring out of the clubhouse. Jubilation Pro challenges you to a match. Proud for 90% skill rating and recovery skills and luck. Yeah, it's fun to watch them try and navigate that fairway. I think this bit in particular is going to be absolute insanity. You can't even put benches on that, it's so hilly. Okay, no, yeah, actually you can't put benches on it because it's... Yeah, no. Okay, never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. I agree. I think just so we can finish off our... I think we want to make sure we get our benches down. There we are. Okay, so that's our first 9-hole course setup. I think in our next episode we're going to be taking on this match. Have a peek at the evaluation. Okay. So despite the fact we have no holes rated yet, well, apparently we have one imagination hole, what do I know, we can still fire up a tournament for 200,000. I think I need more practice. But in our next episode we're going to pop down some buildings after a match or two. So we can now get a fair amount, to be fair. And... yeah, first things first. It'll be a little match with Jubilation Pro. But until then, I'll see you next time. Bye for now.